Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird, and this is the Blackbird Grimoire. Welcome back to Pagan Tales. Today we're talking about Jack Frost, because not only is he still prominent in our cultural consciousness, he has far more ancient origins than you might have previously suspected. And speaking of his origins, it's a bit difficult to pin down what people group came to know of him first. He's found in the Anglo-Saxon stories, in Norse mythology as the son of Kari, god of the winds, and in Finland there are legends of a frostman and a frostwoman who are tasked with controlling the weather and ensuring that the reindeer have the necessary conditions to thrive. There's also controversy as regards the character of Jack Frost. Some consider him a hero, others a villain, and still others, a trickster who's mostly harmless, who just thrives on making mischief. Interestingly, how Jack Frost is viewed seems to be directly correlated with the severity of the winter weather in that area. Where it's quite severe, he's generally considered to be a villain. But in locales where milder winters are to be had, he's seen more as a sprite or this elf type being who leaves pretty patterns of frost on the windows, and he's generally good humored. Depictions of Jack Frost often vary. However, these days he's usually portrayed as useful, with pale or even lightly blue skin, white hair, and frost or icicles dropping off of him. The capabilities of Jack Frost are more generally agreed upon. He can create snow and ice, often making use of a staff or a wand to bring about winter weather. He's credited with control of the weather, at least in winter, capable of bringing even blizzards. Jack Frost is sometimes shown as having the ability to freeze objects or people with just a touch, and with them thereafter being ice sculptures. He can navigate snow and ice without any difficulty. It is his natural habitat, and sometimes he'll be shown as skating or sliding on the ice. All forms of winter frolicking are within his purview. Lastly, he is a bringer of wonder and enjoyment. Yes, winter can be frightfully cold, and sometimes the storms can be scary, especially if you're driving. But the spirit of Jack Frost can inspire us to see the beauty of it as well as the opportunities of play that it can bring. Now we come around to Jack Frost's benefit for us today. Seasonal depression is a yearly affliction for many people, and while I don't pretend that embracing the beauties of winters will alleviate it entirely, perhaps it can lessen the symptoms for some people so that they can get some enjoyment out of the season instead of it just being dark, frigid, and miserable. Jack Frost also brings a welcome lightheartedness to the season. After the Yule festivities are drawn to a close, it can be easy to focus upon the difficulties of winter. High utility bills, dangerous driving conditions, needing layer upon layer upon layer of clothing, having more indoor time than we're accustomed to. So it's nice to turn our minds to this impish spirit. One way we can work with him is by building him a little altar or snow fort. Somehow I get the feeling that Jack Frost isn't averse to a good snowball fight, and perhaps even leaving him offerings of icicles that we've taken off of the house. Another way to demonstrate our respect for him is by taking full advantage of all the fun winter has to offer. Go sledding with your kids, ice skating, skiing, snowboarding, build a snowman, sketch frost patterns on your windows when they appear. Take a hike in the woods to admire the scenery, properly bundled up, of course, and just go out of your way to find opportunities to make the winter enjoyable. So that is what I have for you on Jack Frost. Next week, we're going to be talking about the goddess Bridget, so I hope you'll be back for that. In the meantime, share your own thoughts with me in the comments section, or send me an email at brigantiablackbird@protonmail.com, and I'd be happy to have a conversation with you there. But that'll do it for right now, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.